All right. Morning, dudes. Had some stuff going on today, but I think we're good to fire the stream up a little bit. Some Diablo gaming on. I'm pretty sure we still have the Whisper event for a couple more days, so I think we ought to do that. Samson, what are you beating me up for? What are you beating on me, boy? I'm just gonna blast a quick pit. Mwah. 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 With my farming set on. Oh, this needs to be turned off. I see. Dang. What are you doing, boy? I'm pretty sure that we blast through just fine even in the farming set. Let's do a quick pit. How's it going? Getting it started, man. Busy at the moment, but we got this. Why are you beating on me, Sam? Why are you just putting them paws on your daddy? Quit beating on me. Got work to do. Why are you putting them paws on your daddy? Just beating the snot out of me, huh? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to me, boy? Quit beating on your sweet daddy-o. So we gotta go do some whispers, but I'm gonna do this pit real quick just because it's my war plan sends me to the Helltide, so you can double up on that here in a sec. I will. So I think I will. Sammy. We were gone over the weekends and he's so happy we're home. And this was a whisper too? Oh my goodness, even better. Even better. It's kind of a good one too. No, there's no offline single player mode, no. Gotta be online. And Topper, thanks so much for the 113 months, man. Pumping us up, dude. Welcome back. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. D4 is, you gotta be online for that one. Samson, you biting me, boy? You lost your mind, Samson, biting on your daddy like that? This is a little bit of effort, but I feel like I should do it. Where are my little charms? Pally, thank you so much for the 6-7 months, man. A big flex for you. You look like Barbarian IRL. Yeah, I take that kindly. I do. I appreciate that. Alright, let's grab these real quick. Just so I can put this on for like 2 seconds. So when I loot this thing, it gives me a lot of gold. Just for a sec. Okay. I'll put these back on. Gotta put the farming set back on.
Death.
How do you do the greater affix on the runes? Just have to re-roll them suckers. You know, to sell them? Yeah. I'm more interested in right now in getting the crafting thingies. Have I been trading? No. I have not. I just want to see what happened. Any website with the build? My YouTube channel. I don't have it on like a build page. A lot of people really want to just have a build page. So I think I will probably have to do that eventually, but I have not done that yet, no. Not yet, not yet. You got a GA for shock skills? Nice. Nice. It's just easy enough to switch the set real quick and see what happens, you know? No, my inventory's full again. No. How did this happen, Samson? Yeah, I hear a lot of people yelling when a build page changes every 2 days. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just best thing I can do for you is just watch the YouTube videos. I promise. That'll be good. But yeah. I don't mean to be a punk about it, but it's like, dude. Okay. I don't know if I can do that strat, dude. I don't know if I can live like that. Just YOLO transfiguring items. Yeah, we were talking about that last night on stream, and then I see a Rob video about it this morning. I was like, oh, that's probably why people were talking about that strat. I saw it pop up on my YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. It all makes sense now. Alright, how do you add more greater affix to your gear? So you can't really... The only way that you can, like, add a greater affix is you can temper it until it gives you a greater affix. Or the cube, when you transfigure gear, can add a greater affix. Like, it can upgrade one of the affix that it has to a greater affix. That's about it. Gotta put up a new build video every week. I mean, I put up a new build video more frequently than that. I mean, it's not like a brand crazy new build, but it's like, yeah, we make some changes frequently. And that's fine. It's just like having like the written guide build page is very convenient, and I get it. It's just, it's convenient to look at, but it's not necessarily convenient for me to create. I mean, I'll craft on one single GA, yeah. But then one GA turns into two. Because you start with a GA that's good. At least that's what I've been doing. I start with the one GA that's good, and then I temper the other one, right? And then you have a 2 GA weapon, and you're like, alright, well, I hope you transfigure. Here's the hoping. But what some people were doing is, what we were talking about last night, is they just YOLO transfigure first and hope that they get the Giga Rare outcome of not only a very powerful transfigure, but also it still being modifiable. And that certainly can happen, but it is unlikely. And I kind of feel like, okay, so that is one way to make gains. But I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what else is a way to make gains? Just leveling up. You don't have that kind of gold? Oh, like buying them? Buying the, like, GAs? Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, I feel like setting a weapon up to, like, for success in the front end is way more material and time intensive. But, I mean, like, could. Did that for a bit last night and got my first gem that I could modify again. Okay, yeah. Did it land on a pretty good weapon? Might be the strat. Where did I go with my left click skill? I mean, I don't really left click anyway. It's just another binding.
But I'm right now for the ult. I have the little the Call of the Ancients. You just have one guy follow you around all the time, and he just gives you like a small damage buff, and you can reactivate it for a larger damage buff and attack speed, which is kind of nice. It's chill. I used to use Wrath of the Berserker because I wanted to have something that could stack my overpower stacks really quickly. But now, since I'm not using Starless Skies, I can stack it just from spending Rage anyway. And so I can go something that does more damage. My war plans are maxed out, yeah. Like zooming around, yeah. Same. Yeah, the war plans are maxed out, so now I need to do, the main thing I'm up to right now is Whispers. But if I can do them in a Helltide, I like that. Because Helltide is huge XP. No, it works better than my current. Still hit crit rate transfigured and give me another GA on the second. I mean, that's good. Nice. Yeah, that's something that, I mean, I might look into doing that. Let's see. Been avoiding Helltides and Helltide war plans for weeks now. Why? Just sick of it. Had enough. Third 140 with Ancients build. You have to be an athlete playing that. I'm tired. You gotta be spamming your buttons, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you a trick called a numlock trick. So I think you enable numlock, and then you hold down all the buttons. So bind all your skills to number pad, and then hold down the number pad, and then unclick numlock, and then it should just spam all of them for you. That's what people are doing. Yeah, Ancients are very powerful. I want to see what I can do with Whirlwind still. Maybe the other way around. That's the numlock trick. So if you bind all your shouts and all your abilities to number pad keys, and then like hold them down, and then press numlock to disable numlock, it should just hold them down forever. They're just constantly spamming everything as soon as you possibly can. I think that's a thing. I think that's how that works. That might make it a little bit of less of a physical demand on you to play the build. But yeah, it's very strong. I'm just still enjoying Whirlwind. Whirlwind's chill. I don't know. The new Mercenaries in the game? When did you last play? Because Mercenaries are definitely a thing, but I don't know if there's new Mercenaries. 137? Nice. With Whirlwind? Yeah. Then you set up the new build and you're crushing it, huh? An auto pickup keybind? I'm pressing F for that. And pets do pick up some things. Got 2 of those Mephisto things now. I'm hovering over it and pressing F. But your pet does pick up like gold and other stuff for you automatically, yeah. This is Diablo 4, yeah. It is indeed Diablo. Really fun. My guy's pretty strong at this point, so we're kind of just farming a fair amount to put together some more crafting materials and crafting bases even. I do have lots of videos. Like kind of taking the build from like the very beginning, and then as I make changes to its offense or defense or its setup or whatever, we make new videos for you. Yeah. That's fun for me. Okay, nice. I didn't know the combat skills. My talisman not applying to Whirlwind. Yeah, Whirlwind's not technically a combat skill. Whirlwind is a martial skill or in a core skill. What am I doing? Samson is my keyboard, so. Got lots of obols. Lots of juice. Lots of crafting mats.
Taken apart.
We will see what we can put together here. But I think XP farming and gem farming are definitely more reliable gains than just like randomly hitting a crazy gem corrupt that you could also still modify, but we'll see. We can do whatever. Diablo's cool like that. As long as you're doing something, you're likely making some kind of progress. Likely. I did not grab my thing. A little extra stuff in the box. Don't know, old stash location every once in a while? Me too, for sure. Absolutely. And I know it's not just you and me either. We're not alone in that. I'm pretty sure I can get 142 as Whirlwind as well. But if we ever just wanted to push, I think we play the Ancients, but I'm okay for now. Like I said, Whirlwind Barb is very chill farming too. Okay, so now we can go talk to Mr. Tyrael again. Oh wait, not yet. We'll let the Butcher come gank me. Splat. Look at them mine cagers. Good, good. Look at 132 for your bar for now, okay. Maybe you can take a look at some of the videos, like, and see maybe some of the offensive or defensive things to try out to get you stronger. Yeah, getting those powerful transfigurations on weapons is very good. So level 70, the gearing is so confusing. It's kind of a fun puzzle, isn't it? It's one of the things that makes me like really enjoy these games. The gearing is a little bit interesting. Again, some of the videos I posted might show you some of the things that I'm looking for. I'm not sure what class we're playing, but playing Whirlwind Barbarian, it hopefully will show you some of the things that I'm looking out for, like what affixes I want on gear in general, what greater affixes I want on the gear in particular, what kind of like legendary powers I'm using to scale the damage up and whatnot. Would be useful to you. What do we got? That could work. I don't really ever see any mythic thingies. But a lot of Helltide is great. Because Helltide keeps us farming whispers. This is excellent. Whisper caches are huge! What's a bit of bottleneck? Yeah, gotcha. It breaks your brain. That's cool though. Am I meant to get the affix I want on dropped items, or am I somehow meant to reroll the affixes? I think that you definitely have more control if you craft them. They can drop if you're lucky, but I think crafting is very powerful and good in this game. So you actually have a lot of control over what's on your gear with crafting. That's a lot of what I'm doing. As I'm looking for gear with a good starting point and then crafting it. Keep messing up, well, you'll have more chances to get it right too. Let's roll. You got options. And if you stick around on the stream, you'll see me doing a fair amount of crafting eventually. Right now, I think we're kind of in like a farming stage where we used a lot of the materials that we had, and now we need to farm up a little bit. We did some good farming last night. We'll do some farming on the front end of today. I think I will take a little bit of time near the end of the stream to do a quick build update though. Show you what we're working with. Quick little build update ski. Because one of the main things I changed right now is we are now using Resolve as a defense, which has worked out okay. It's allowed me to put an offensive aspect on my gloves, basically. Yeah, remember crafting being enchanting rolls back? Yeah, it's a lot better now. You can still use the enchanter to do that, but you have a lot more options. The Herodric Cube makes it like a more simple PoE crafting. Yeah, you are no longer only able to reroll one affix and then put a legendary thing on there, and that's your crafting. You have a lot more options than that now, which is awesome. Yeah, the cube is sick. It might take just a second to kind of piddle around with it and figure it out, but it is awesome. Why am I not able to put a Bane for Heart in there? Like a million of those. What do you use the cube mainly for? Everything. So you can add, remove, change affixes on gear. You can take normal items and turn them into uniques. You can reroll set charms. You can take 3 items of the same kind and put them in the cube to give you a new item. Like that's useful for rerolling unique items now. You can take unique items and you can, if they have a good stats but not good like unique power roll on it, you can reroll the unique power roll. You can do a bazillion things. The cube put Diablo to the next level. It did. It really did. It's pretty tremendous. So, yeah. It takes maybe just a little bit of tinkering to kind of figure out what you can do with it, but it gives you a lot of really cool options, and it's not necessarily hard to find out what you can do because it kind of tells you right next to it. On the side there, it'll tell you like the things it can do in the recipes, but there's some things that it doesn't tell you it can do, like the amalgamation thing is like you can take 5 items of a certain kind and put them all together to level them up. It doesn't necessarily tell you like, hey, take 5 of these legendary tribute of weapons from the Undercity and put it in there and it'll give you a mythic one. It doesn't necessarily tell you that. Or take 5 grand gems and put it in the cube and it'll give you a Herodric gem, and then put 5 of those Herodric gems in the cube and it'll give you a flawless Herodric gem. It doesn't tell you that, but if you tinker around with it a little bit, yeah. You figure out how to combine. Yeah, using the prisms to craft is, I think, probably the coolest thing. Like just combining stuff and being able to reroll charms to get, you know, charms with greater affix on it. Like all that is sweet, but like, yeah, I feel like some of like the crafting with the prisms is insane. Really cool. I see my comment about the boots you would do on the cube. Let me read what you're saying. So if you got an item, boots for example, with a good affix that you want, others that you don't want, you can remove those ones and add the affix you want. Yes. They won't be greater affix, possibly. But what you can do is you can use the enchanter. And like if there's an affix that you want to stay on there no matter what, you say, okay, enchanter, I want to change this affix, and you pick the one that you want. But you say that you're going to enchant it. But then what that means is that the cube can no longer change that affix. So it's kind of like fracturing in Path of Exile. Crazy. But running out of RAM. 1,000 baleful fragments? What the heck? 1,000? Get lots of crafting materials here. This is good. You can't change the unique spec. You can't change what it does, but you can change how well it does it. So like with these gores, it has a 78% chance, right? So if I'm like, well, I love these stats, which I don't, but I love the stats, what I'll do is unique power reroll. You click over here, and then it'll change the 78 to something else. Now it's 89. You're like, okay, cool, now I can use the item. Right? So you can do that kind of thing. But you can't, like, say, Gores, I want you to do something completely different. I wasn't doing Endurant Faith for 141. I'm doing Endurant Faith right now, but that's just because I'm kind of wearing some weird stuff. Death blow, yeah, but yeah, you can't do that death blow. Yeah, I mean, you're just not using that. Not using that thing now. Damn, cut it out. Sam, stop. Get off my mouse.
Boy, if you don't get out of here, I'll get in your bed.
I'm using Endurant Faith right at this exact second just for my farming set, though. But for the 141, I actually used Resolve. So I still had some defense on my defense pieces and offense on the gloves, instead of doing it like trying to get offense on the defensive pieces and then using the gloves for defense. Kind of switched it up. Sam keeps pressing buttons on my keyboard. Or silly. I can do a pit and then come back, I bet. I bet I could. Is another health tide after this? No, it's a dungeon. Okay, never mind. Do I think they will nerf Resolve? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, is it more powerful than Endurant Faith? I don't think it even is defensively more powerful than Endurant Faith. Maybe if you go all in on it, maybe? I didn't necessarily go all in. Like I didn't masterwork all of my Endurant Faith stuff, or sorry, all of my stuff for that. I suppose you could. Yeah, I did not. I still have masterwork, not temper, on my helmet and chest. I did masterwork the temper on my neck and on my my legs though. Running Necro with Resolve, reaching 6 million toughness. Yeah, so I don't think 6 million toughness is that much. But toughness is not a damage reduction number. Like toughness is like an estimator of like what your defenses are. I think I had more than that just with normal high life Barbarian. Nice baby lords. There we go. But anyway, Resolve, I don't know if it is OP. I think it's very solid. Like solving your defenses in 1 or 2 slots, but I mean that's kind of what you have to do anyway, right? Usually your defenses need to be figured out in 1 or 2 anyway. What dungeon do we want to do? That was 72 resolve stacks and pit 120. Yeah, I mean, there you go. It happens. It happens. I feel like Endurant Faith is still like more defensively powerful than Resolve for Barbarian, but I think you give up offense, and I'm trying to figure out how to not give up too much offense. You know? I'm trying to see if we can pump offense instead. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we've been getting like the most sleep either, so I feel you. But it's okay. We're pumping, dude. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. In IRL, and trying to make sure we get some good work done on the stream. Working on it, man. What the heck? I have to spam this? Is that how that works? Whatever. Not sure if I could get, as I was HC, so I'm working on Barcelona. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit more careful at hardcore. I'm a little bit limit testy. I sleep in the daytime too? No. I sleep from like 3 to 9. Not quite the daytime, no. But I don't work like all night like you might be doing. Let's work to the early morning, I guess. We'll do some streamering during the daytime too. Make sure I'm proccing my little thing for the extra Tibalt's damage here. Getting ready to go. Except for the gem strength hammer, yeah. That was pretty cool. Good stuff, huh? Good stuff. I think I'm only at, like, when I have my resolve, I only have 48 stacks, I think. But definitely nothing, like, insane. But it seemed like enough, you know?
Man, why you biting, you daddy? Why you biting me up?
Oh, Elder, let's go, bro. Big flex for you, man. Pumping us up. Good to see you, man. What up, dude? Hitting us with it. Back at it again. Yeah. We had to do some stuff this morning, but we can sneak on for a little bit of D4 gains, I think. A little bit. Sam, don't do it.
Don't do it, boy. Quit biting cords. Get in your bed. You just love acting up. You just love acting up.
What are you knocking over there?
Get off the desk. You crazy boy. Get out of here.
Can't decide if I do a whirlwind barb or ball sork. Well, whirlwind barb is what I can help you with the most. I got no idea what's going on with sork. But if you want to talk about theory crafting and build and whatnot, here, Barbarian would be the one that would make the most sense to me. But yeah. I'll go do a quick pit. Maybe when the pit is the thing, I will. Maybe we'll just keep doing this. Alright, sounds good. We'll be here for, you know, about 2 hours, but I gotta, maybe a little bit before that, I need to do a little build video. Weapon damage is only on the mace. Only what you're actually swinging with. You don't want other places, it doesn't do anything. Only on the mace. Or if you're swinging with other weapons. Whatever you're actually swinging with. So yeah, I mean, if you're swinging with the pole arm, then the pole arm's good. Yeah, crap that off of there. Yes, indeed. What's cool though is that since you do have weapon damage on your whatever you're swinging with, so for me, my mace, what I could do for the future crafts of the mace is I should actually craft the physical damage on there too, instead of the lucky hit resource thing. Because usually you can't roll another attack modifier because you're not getting weapon damage like on your other weapons. But now since that's weapon damage, I can get another attack modifier, so I should be doing that in the future, but who knows if I'll even ever upgrade my mace again. PoE is in a week and a half, and I have no idea if I'm even going to make a weapon upgrade before then. It seems possible that I will not. We'll see. Weapon upgrades are tough. I'm looking forward to PoE, but I'm still having a blast with Diablo. But PoE will be fun. It'll be like everybody will be all excited. It'll be like a new thing to check out together. It'll be good. But I'm gonna miss Diablo. I think even 2 weeks from now. This will be good. But you know what? Having a lot of really fun games that you love that are all coming out with new content is a good thing. Yep, exactly. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Have multiple cool games. You know? Yep. You need the Romuladines, you do. As long as it doesn't, I mean, if you're doing the no life version, it's kind of tough to get one without life on it, but if you can have life on your weapon, it's a little bit easier to get ones that are like half decent, because they like to drop with life. Like they always drop with weapon damage. I'm pushing them. Abilities auto casting is for like not whirlwinding. Yeah. If you're holding down whirlwind, the abilities won't auto cast. But if you're playing like the Ancients build, then yeah. you pretty much, I think, have to play it that way. Because you're just like constantly spamming buttons every second, right? It's an old thing from D3, the numlock trick. It's like you bind all your keys to your number pad and then you hold them down with numlock enabled, I believe. And then while holding them down, disable numlock, and then it just will spam them forever. So if you're spamming shout, spamming every cooldown that you have with the Ancients build, then you do that trick, and then yeah, then it holds it down. That's probably what he was talking about. I don't always get a chance to watch Rob's videos, but I definitely see the thumbnails, and it's funny how frequently, like, those things are like what people talk about. It's like he's got his finger on the pulse of the Diablo community for sure, and he's like, you know, he's like telling people stuff, and then they go try it out and share it with their friends. It's cool. All right, go turn this in real quick. Keep it rolling. The same thing, running out of RAM. The only same place I've seen that is one of Rob's Twitter posts. That apparently unique charms are dropping. I certainly haven't seen any. But apparently they are. Apparently. There we go. There we go. Back to work. Let me get one. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have not even gotten a mythic seal, let alone a mythic charm to put in it. I'm pretty sure you need the mythic seal to really make use of it. Because I think in the mythic seal, where it requires one less charm for the set bonus, you can have a unique seal, your full set bonus, and a mythic seal. But yeah, I don't have that, so. But yeah, slotting a grandfather in would just be absurd. And that extra slot that you get from having, you know, the really good one. Insanity. Insanity. Why is this locked? What is this? Oh. I can go beat him with pistol if I want to. If your Fury gen is bad, you need to get you need to craft some loot, man. Craft some gear. So this is actually baby damage. This is my farming set where we don't do very much damage, but we have a lot of resource drop rate, and we go a little bit faster. Big jump. But thanks. My guy is getting pretty strong. But we're nothing really compared to the guys who are doing like the big tower pushes. Part of that is the build, but we're still playing a whirlwind, which is what? Oh my god! It blinked me down instead of jumping through. What the heck, bro? Blink me up there. But you left my grandfather? I haven't. No. I've heard of a couple people trying, but then I also heard somebody say that maybe you can't even remove that even mythics can't be transfigured. Oh, you gotta wait till it kicks in, yeah. My Fury was a little bit sketchy in some of the earlier versions of the build too. That's funny. Starless Skies can be useful too early on. But right now I'm actually trying to take Starless Skies off for like my push build. I can squeeze a little more damage that way, I think. I think I can. Unless I wanted to put Starless Skies back on then use a different rune setup. I'm not even sure if what I'm doing right now is overall better, but I mean, it did lead me to my highest pit yet, taking off Starless Skies. So we'll see, it's got potential. And my Starless is a good one too. Does my Paragon board get saved? Do I save a loadout? Yeah. Dude, last time I used the loadout thing though, it took off all my gear and threw it on the ground and unfavorited everything. But I accidentally scrapped it, kind of a nice chest piece. I don't trust that thing anymore. Sketched me out. Sketched me out. There's one more ritual. If I can find it. Let's go have a look. Okay. Oh, it's way down there, okay. Alright, off we go then. Time to zoom. Okay, got that one now. Whisper should be completed. Keep farming. Keep farming them wispies. Maybe we'll do some pit eventually. That could be crazy, they're running out of RAM. I wonder if anybody's actually succeeded at that yet. Transfiguring the life off of a grandfather so you could use it for the low health build. That would be crazy. I think that some of our, you know, the best bet would just be getting it as a charm. Then I need the mythic seal. Which still hasn't dropped for me. It's out there somewhere. Someday. Right. My weekly bonus has already been claimed. It is a whisper though, you know what? Fine. Alright, fine. Let's go do it then, fine. I'll even put on my real gear. Let's try it with Starless though. Put on Starless and see how that feels. Be zooming. Here comes the real damn. Two minutes to the world boss. All right. Weekly bonus has already been claimed, but you know what? Let's go see what's up. I don't even think, have I even fought this guy before? I think so. Whoever spawns up here. Let's try it. Oh, it's Asmodan.
Hello.
Oh no. I mean, it still takes a minute to stack it, doesn't it? It's a little faster, but yeah. It should be alright. What has the Warplan trees? I could show you. I think the worms in Helltide are insanely good. The Trickster, like 3 on the left side on... What the heck? 3 on the left side for, Undercity to get the prankster boxes is insane. Thinking what else? So the whisper caches, you kind of, you don't have to do the roots full investment, but yeah, that's very powerful right now too. I can show you some of the ones that I got. Yes, Varshawn is gonna give us some juice. Yes. Cool. All right, while I'm in my gear. Watching the other day, my wife said that dude streams really late at night sometimes. We appreciate the content while falling asleep. Oh, good. That's very sweet. I do. My schedule right now is trying to be available and, you know, helpful during the daytime, and then once everybody's calling it a night, we can fire up the stream and get some work done. Thanks for tuning in and keeping me company during the late night sesh. I appreciate that. That's really sweet that you guys watch together at night. I love that. It's not very hard to come by a lot of boots with strength GA. We could craft a couple more. I mean, these are pretty good, but attack speed is nice, but I don't know. There are other greater affixes that could be good too. Or transfiguration that could be good. But I feel like dropping a resist for attack speed is pretty solid. Anything useful? Love that his flow with just good old vuln damage. I mean, that's kind of cool, but nah. Let's just hit this pit real quick. Real quick, like. just chilling out. See, let's ramp this overpower up a little bit. How long does it take? No, we're already at like 9 stacks. No, we're chilling. Yeah, we're at 12 stacks. Pretty, like 20 seconds in. Yeah, we're good. It's a little bit trickier to ramp the imbiber. We were testing some stuff yesterday in the pits, and it was like... It seems like there's actually a lot of pretty decent weapon transfigurations that you can get. The one that's just percent physical damage was like very similar to gem strength, which is crazy. But I still think that gem strength wins out for me right now. But it is going to be hard to get stuff that's a whole lot better than what I have right now. We'll see. Like I was saying, I don't know if I'm going to get a weapon upgrade before PoE 2. That's why I'm kind of thinking I might lean into XP farming and gem farming more. Like today, in addition to just material farming. Mat farming is always good. More Forgotten Souls are always good. But instead of doing like the strategy of like just farming a million obols and like constantly spam transfiguring weapons, like doing all the crafting is cool, but it just doesn't really doesn't net me reliable gains. You know? XP is maybe less powerful of an improvement, but it's reliable. Lordy Lord, thank you so much, man. And Big Flakes for you, pumping us up once again, man. You know what I was thinking today, dude? I'm looking forward to being able to get back into doing gym streams. That's gonna be nice, too. I got to go to the gym and get some exercise while we were traveling. It was nice. It was nice. What's up, Sid? It was nice. Went for a little walk with Jenny today, though, too. It's just excellent. Yeah, these a whisper. Let's go do that. Good old Champion's Demise. I'm gonna put back on my farming set for this, though. Get back in the farming gear. Maybe I'll roll a couple Lintas real quick. There's a really interesting build that you can do with this freeze ring. Would be cool, dude. These ones are not it. Where are the ones that I have just to reroll? Let's roll these a little bit, see if I can get either something really good or just at least material crafting rate on the Linta. Used to watch your gym streams every morning on my side monitor. Oh, that's awesome. We'll get to do them again. The reason we're not doing them right now is because we're moving. Thursday is actually like our big move day. Like, we're out of here. So my gym is in a pod. The move has gone really smooth so far. Everything is looking good. Everything's looking good, thankfully. It's just moving. It's still moving, even if it's going good, right? So, just my stuff is in a pod, you know? So, we'll be getting the gym fixed up once we get back. You know, once everything starts settling in, and once we can get everything, you know, set back up, we'll do gym streams again. I appreciate you guys' patience on all that. Linta. It's a 5% drop rate. It's not good, but take it for now. Oh, we're going cross country, man. We're going to Tennessee. So I can get my whole family together. Mr. Ron, what's up, man? Almost there, dude. Almost there. The big move is Thursday. So, that's where you're born? Same. Same here. Yeah. Well, we do stream on YouTube for you now, Elder, so. Make use of that. Linta. Like, we need a fairly particular thing. Linta is my weakest one in general, so. Oh. I think my fur is very good though, yeah. I can wear a fur of another set, but not this one. Well, hopefully that can create that opportunity for you, for Elder. Yeah, everything else is pretty good, I think. It's just Linta. This one's crafting. This one's, yeah. Some of them are very good. You need like either like a power gain Linta or a crafting gain Linta. Even store. Uh-oh, that's annoying. What the heck happened there? The life on hit stuff, yeah. Like, life on hit's not a ruin your item stat, but it's not helpful. I have life on hit on my gores, and it does make my life a little bit more difficult when I'm trying to use a potion for Imbiber. Linta? A fur? Don't I already have one of those? I'll keep it though. It tried. 67 max resolve stacks this build, occasionally a little overflow, not sure where it comes from. Oh, okay, interesting. You take that. Is that on your pally? That's the build that you've been cooking up mostly, right? Is the Clash Juggernaut. Oh yeah. You can't roll from mobility on gloves. Looking for movements we have. Yeah, that's like only on boots and neck. And you can get it on these too, but yeah. Linta with the gold drop rate. Maybe. I really haven't been doing a lot of gold farming. There's tons of mats? Oh no. Well, now you know. You can always check like what can be tempered onto an item. That'll give you an idea of like what it can possibly get. Pretty sure we're gonna have. Oh wait, no, that's actually just an upgrade to Phoba. Is it? No, not really. That's a good one though. My other Phoba is crazy mode. Well, 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 Linta. Back to you. Back to you, Linta. The strength, it's a lot of defense. But yeah, those are good if you're still using life, yeah. What's my current Beru? I mean, these are like okay, but they're just not that good. I'm gonna roll a few more of these. Just while we're hanging out. Takes a minute, but it can increase your efficiency. That was a Linta with 5.4, which is better than what I had, but then we can do a little better. We can do a little better than that. Close to like 8 would be good. Yeah, if your gloves were important for your actual crit chance, that can be tricky to drop it. I don't really want to stack armor, but like when the items make an effort, I appreciate that. Okay, so that might be okay for now. That'll do, that'll do. For now. Because now, it's at least 6.6 crafting material. Okay. What were we gonna do now? Oh yeah, we're gonna go do one of these. Well, hold on, before we do that. Hold up. I'll do this real quick. If I do the 3-to-1, yeah. I mean, like if there are uniques that you need, and you have a bunch of them that aren't good, then 3-to-1ing them makes sense. Yeah. And the garage gym set up like the one that had. Yeah. I mean, it's all the same equipment. It's just This new garage. It's a bigger garage. Oh, so we'll have to sort of see where we want to put everything. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'd like to get back to doing the gym streams, though. I know they were kind of like, you know, just like extra content, but I mean, I liked it. I like doing them. Okay, I'll go come to this just for the whisper. Real quick, like. Everything's just gonna get turbo blasted, though, isn't it? I'm helping. Yeah, sorry. The Jira gains will return, don't worry. Thank you, though. Someone's only tried how they go at learning Diablo looks too fast. Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't start off like this. It starts off really chill. And then you learn by doing, and you know, feel free to ask questions, and lots of videos out there for cool little tips and tricks and whatnot. You got this though, dude. It is a lot, but it's not too much for sure. Diablo is actually one of the more approachable action RPGs, I'd say. Yeah. Thanks, Elder. But I do want to get back to doing those. I miss them. But we've been focusing on the kind of primary objective over here, right? Which is some of that IRL stuff. More that on the way too, of course. But yeah, you know, things will settle down soon, surely, right? Surely. Plastering these little pirates. Wrong shore. I love the ragdoll. I am a big sucker for ragdoll mechanics. I think they're so funny. What this? Back it up. Oh. Ancient shrine. Oh, I could have kept that, I guess. I didn't really process what that was yet. Oh, kids, I do. We have a beautiful little baby boy. He's doing a great job with all the travel and the movement too. He's turning 7. Like this week. Big dude. Yeah, he's doing a great job with the traveling and stuff. He's excited to have our whole family together too. I think he's starting to get it, you know. He's like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. They're probably, I don't know, I feel like the 2 Whirlwind might be better. I think attack speed is pretty much just, like, whatever the attack speed is, you can just consider that as, like, plus that % damage, right? Attack speed is just like a separate multiplicative modifier, you know? Yeah, somebody's got one of those guys that gives the gift of the tree, surely, right? Where's that? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. I was turn 2? Oh, awesome, man. Congrats. That is awesome. And then little ones, they're pretty cool little dudes. Yeah, that is an item that we might have to experiment with. But think about that. Give me the loot. All right, time to get a couple obols.
Oh, sorry. Try again.
Nope. I think I'm gonna not do that method. Good. Maybe with some of these and just see if like they're just good to go. I got gem strength, but it's not modifiable, so rip. Interesting. It did hit gem strength though, so that's cool. It's out there. Unless that was my one roll for gem strength that I'm gonna get for the next year and a half. It's all good though. So if you have really good crit chance, then yeah, that's fine. On my gloves right now, with my setup, I'm tempering for overpower. Like damage to overpower, but if you don't have that set up yet and crit is you're critting a ton, then that would make sense to go for crit, yeah. But if you don't, then maybe not. Oh no, I waited too long. Alright, well, never mind. Back to work. I think I'm gonna grab a little drink real quick though. We'll keep on pumping, boys. Just real quick. All right. Hey-ya! Torment 8 is good? Excellent. Yeah, the crit damage helps, huh? Crit damage helps. Go blast this place real quick. All right. So usually, the runes that I'm using for my actual build are, I still need the crit runes, and then I'm using wolves for Vuln right now. That's like for my real setup is what I use right now. Another runes that I like Warcry runes. Like the rune that procs Warcry, and I do that with Bach and Igni. So I have Bach with crit, and then I have Igni with the wolves. But right now I'm just using move speed in Bach, and then I use Jaw with Igni, so I can just blink around. So this is just for speed purposes. My damage is plenty high to kill like little dinky mobs, so now I just want to go faster. So what's that, Lance? I don't have to tab out and click it. What's going on? What's up? Gotta hold down Whirlwind right now. Now we just go to the middle and kill everything, huh? Pretty quick little whisper. I'm gonna zoom. I'll take a look in a second though. Alright, what's up? A D4's popping off? Yeah. That's cool. That is really good to see that. True, it's true. It's true. Is that the best measurement? Sure. But I mean it's a good indicator, yeah? Certainly a good sign. Certainly a good sign. Any of those good for me? No. Yeah. I'm real quick. Yeah. Some of those pits have like 1,000,000 shrines. I had that too. I was like, what is going on in here? Did I click one of these things? Oh, I sure did. Whoops. I guess I better go do that. Maybe. Like I said, I'm more after the whispers than anything else. I think that's where the real gains are due to the event. Yeah, D4 has absolutely killed it this season, man. It is the end game is really fun. You have lots of things to chase. You have now the ladder makes it even more like kind of fun, something like to work for, right? So cool. And when does the battle pass end? Because that new season, if it comes out like a little while after the PoE2 league, that'd be sweet too. But I mean, everything can take its time, of course, right? But we'll see. If they do a Joe, some kind, that would be huge. Crafting mats help a ton though too. Farming up some Forgotten Souls. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna Obols farm for the transfigurable gem strength, but it is a strat. We got gem strength just a second ago, but it was, you know, unmodifiable. And it was just not a YOLO weapon, so. Like, okay. It did drop though, like it did hit, so we'll see. Alright. We'll be back tonight too.
It is done.
All the salvage. Good. I do want to make a little build update today before we go, but not yet.
It is a waitress, isn't it?
Not yet.
You know where to find me.
Not quite yet. Is there a new Helltide? Yeah. We'll do that one. Igni on Wolves and Pock on Bulwark. Sure, that'll work. Whatever. The wolves are a real good source of vulnerability, yeah. And Bulwark is nice defense for sure if you're using like life. That's definitely a solid one early on. Oh, you beating on your daddy, Sam? Beating on your sweet daddy-o. Definitely gonna want to make sure that you have your crit chance boosted up too. Then you can use the gem combo to get 10% pretty easy. You calling Castle freaking crazy? Yeah. Really don't think you should do that. I really don't think you should be doing that. Ow. Now we have to get little nail clippers and trim his claws. And trim the kitty cat's claws. That's not the same thing. Quit beating on your dad. Just beating the tar out of your daddy-o. Sam, ow. And we instantly have another one. Come here, boy. Quit beating the snot out of me. He just needs some loving. That's all he need. Just needs some love. I do need to trim your claws though. Did you miss us? We were gone for one whole day. He was so sad. Where's my daddy? Yeah, next time you're coming with. You're coming with us. We're gonna put you in a little carrier. You're just gonna come right on with us. But you did a good job watching those little babies by yourself while we were gone. Samson was watching the babies. How old is he? He's like 14. Still young and spry though, huh, Sam? He's a spry boy. I gotta find another Helltide to do with some activities. Ow. Samson, quit beating on your dad. Or beating on you, boy. Ow. We're about to start beating on you, boy. I am. Start tearing you up. Sam? We're here. I want the butcher to come gank me. Try me, butch. Try me, butcher boy. Give it a go. Yeah, this place is the one that gives you skull fragments. Out here in Hawazar. I don't know if it gives you that many, but it's still kind of nice. Alright. Just get your little nail clippers and trim them claws when they get too sharp. And that also helps them out so they're not getting like stuck on stuff, you know? What mythic should I craft for Whirlwind Barb? Selig is really powerful for defense, but a really nice first mythic for Whirlwind Barb is Starless Skies. It'll help make your Fury feel really a lot more comfortable. But Selig is really good for defense. Grandfather is really good for offense. And Starless Skies is very good for utility. Helping you cap your crit, giving you attack speed. Then making your resource costs come down a lot so that it's just more comfortable to Whirlwind consistently. Those three are good. The thing is, you're gonna keep using Selig forever. You're not gonna use Grandfather with Selig, so it's kind of a... Wouldn't necessarily recommend crafting that one. Starless Skies you'll use for a while. You don't replace that until much later. At least I haven't. But you can use Selig forever, but Starless Skies is nice. It will last you a while. Grandfather kind of gets replaced early, but you'll get Grandfather to drop. You'll have more mythics than you know what to do with here pretty soon. Soon. All right. That's for Whirlwind? That's insane. I got those too. That's nice. Once I got a pair of wars like that, I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to get these guys involved. I figured out a way to get these guys in the mix. In the setup here. Best set to maintain Fury level 50. You're probably not going to be maintaining Fury level 50 like consistently, but I think when I was leveling, I liked using Whirlwind and then Death Blow, where you could like Whirlwind. You play WoW, you Whirlwind like cancel Blade Storm Execute. So whenever something's kind of low from your Whirlwind, you can just cancel your Whirlwind and hit him with Death Blow, and it'll kill him. Which refunds your full rage bar if you take the talent for it. So that was kind of my tech. And then against bosses, just play like Frenzy and just ramp your attack speed and extra Fury generation with that, and that should be fine. It's not gonna be ultra smooth while leveling, but again, you can also do Fury on kill. Try to get some Fury on kill on your weapons, and try to get like maybe Lucky Hit Fury generation. You could use the Mace expertise so that you get a chance to just give you Fury when you are attacking stuff. All of that can be good. I was doing something wrong? No, you just don't really have all the tools for like perfect Fury management when you're at 50. It will come. It will come. But at that level, yeah, I would be looking at that. Do you have access to the Herodric Cube when you're at level 50? Because you could do some cube crafting. That would help out a little bit. What would you say better resource? Resource generation is better than resource cost reduction for us later on, I would say. But resource cost reduction can make it feel comfortable when you're leveling. There's that. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you should have access to the cube. So you could, you know, if you have some items, like you could start crafting a little bit and trying to get resource generation, like stuff on them. Like Lucky Hit, chance to proc resource on rings is like really powerful. You can put it on weapons too, which is okay. You can use resource generation, like just flat resource generation on your chest and legs and boots is good. And then resource cost reduction you can do that, but eventually you want to just have more resource generation, because then that's really good for like limitless rage and whatnot. Just started, took the Lord of Hatred campaign path. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once you get the cube, you have a lot of crafting that you can do, which is very nice. The crafting in this expansion is fantastic. They really popped off with it. Yeah. I've had a grandfather mythic charm. Yeah, that's crazy. That is very powerful stuff. You'll be popping off. I have not found a mythic charm. I have not found a mythic seal that lets me use that would enable me to use something like that. So we have a couple steps that have to take place before we get anywhere close to that. From my understanding, you would need the for full power. You would need the diamond mine, so you can use a set bonus for one fewer. And you would need to be able to equip your unique charm and the mythic charm for like full power. So you kind of need all of that, which is kind of crazy. It could be cool, definitely. Could be cool. We're zooming. We don't need to deal with that. We need to go do the ritual. Just farming wispies. Love to do more in the Helltide, but it's all good. Only 3 to 4 have been confirmed found so far. Okay. Apparently they're out there though. Apparently they exist. So we'll all keep hunting. I'm pretty sure this is just an AI. So this is like an AI, like turn this song into bluegrass. But the Spotify channel that's doing it is called Rustic Poem Records. I'm not 100% sure how I feel rocking out to AI, but I'm not mad about it. Not hating it.
It is done.
Okay. Are any of these escalations thingies? Nope. Okay. Let's go beat up this guy real quick. Just farming these whispers, man. Gonna scoot over, bud. Why are you just going through the rotation of trolling, Sam? Quit biting my cords. He's going through the rotation of trolling. Got CDR on Amulet Rings also? I don't personally know. Cooldown reduction isn't part of my setup right now. It's nice to have it, but that's not what I'm doing. Get down. Come here. Get off of my desk. Quit messing with me. Quit messing with me. I'm sitting over here acting up. Quit messing with me, Sam. Getting serious now. Quit beating on your daddy. We were gone for 1 day, Elder. 1 whole day, maybe 2 nights. How strong Barb is? It's one of the strongest classes. But you should play whatever you want. I mean, you should play Barb even if it sucks. If you want to play Barb, I would be. However, it is good. So you are not setting yourself up for a struggle by playing Barbarian. That's for sure. Barbarian owns. But even if the class wasn't like tip top, I mean, you're probably still gonna have more fun playing something that you would like. And everything that can do everything in the game anyway. You know? So you're chilling. But if you're leaning towards Barbarian, yes. Barbarian is currently pumping. For sure. One-handed mace that axe, so the one-handers don't matter. Like the weapon types don't really matter. Just right now I'm using an axe just because it's or am I? No, I'm using a mace, but that's just because that's the one-hander that did what it needed to do. That's just the best one I got. Weapons used to have like implicit effects, so they don't anymore. Not anymore. That's just whatever. Oh, this is a town? Oh. Oh, it's pit time, is it? Okay. You know what? I'll do it. I will. Everyone doesn't throw spikes around. I'm using Tyrael's Might just for my speed set. It's called Rustic Poem Records. Is the Spotify channel. Alright, I'll go do a quick pit. I don't think I'm not doing 129 though. We'll do a speed pit with this speed build. Mortal Barb is busted. Yeah, the Selig's Endurance Faith combo is very powerful. For my highest pit, I'm not using that anymore though. I am using Selig's, but now I'm doing Resolve. Because giving up your but I mean, I'm not using the charm for it, but yeah. Anyway, I need more offense. So Endurance Faith is not part of that setup, but it is very powerful, and it can set you up for the next part of the end game for sure. But right now I'm doing more Resolve for defense. Resolve kind of stacking on the pants and Resolve generation on the chest. Doesn't matter, but that's what I'm doing for the push build. Do those little orbs scale, or is it just percent XP no matter what? I can't really see my XP bar moving when I click them, but whatever. Probably don't matter. Need to figure out how to push more damage on my bar, but barely see anything over 20 billion. Okay. What's your setup currently? Are you using Overpower? Are you using Vanished Lord's Talisman? What you up to? That was the boss. Oh. Oh. Well. Well. I don't know if I really want to level. Well, let's just click these and see what happens with the XP. I feel like in a 100, it might not give me any XP. Yeah. But if I did it higher, maybe it would. Alright. Out we go. I just want to play Barbarian. Was I ever into Counter-Strike? I don't know if I was into it. I've played it before. I did win a Counter-Strike tournament at a Corsair event that I did though. It was like they partnered gamers up with like industry people, like journalists, I think. And I won that tournament. That was cool. There was a guy at Corsair who was like a real big Counter-Strike guy, and I hurt his feelings for winning, I think. Took it to him though. Can't let him have it. Took it to him. Would I have done a stream Counter-Strike ever? I can't imagine it would do well with viewership. But maybe. If I played it, I'd stream it. Like, you know, if we did something with it, but yeah. Can't imagine that'd be real good for viewership. I'm not good at it, by the way. Like, it'd be like deathmatch or something. Like, not actual, like, objective Counter-Strike. It was like a tournament where we did like you know, like you level up your, like you get a kill or whatever, and it changes your gun. You had to, like, you know, level it up. That was the game mode that we played. It might be a little bit too random to succeed. Those gifties of the tree. Oh. We're going in. We're going in. Oh my gosh, the Path of Exile builds. That was a long time ago, but we will be doing more builds, but I don't... The best place to check out my builds is YouTube. That is the absolute hands down best place to find what I'm up to. Boys? Is it just two? No. It's Urivar. Marshawn. Noise? Cool. Cool. Got him. But gun game, yeah, I mean, never know if you don't try, might hit hard. No, I'm pretty confident it won't hit hard, but you never know. You're right. You never know. But you can make an educated guess. We'll see. It certainly is not a no never. Alright. I bust a few of these open. How do you filter gear? I made a loot filter. No, I don't think I'd be playing a tactical FPS. If I was gonna play an FPS, it'd be probably more like just a big old deathmatch kind of deal. You found 2 mythic seals? Wow. Nice. That's juicy. That is juicy. Alright, alright. We're full on both of those things. Plenty of room for all the socketables, they said. Yeah, right. Can you play CS2? What, dude? I mean, guys, you're gonna have to provide some incentive or something. You can't just be randomly hopping to a game that's gonna be a dud stream. Alright, can't be doing that. I just bought a house, man. We gotta get some productivity. Gotta get serious now. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's see. Gotta keep it pumping around here, guys. Thankfully, Diablo is a good combination of like fun and productive, so I'm very grateful that we've had a good run with Diablo this time around. That is awesome. That's what I want to play. The fact that the stream's going good with it is tremendous. You can craft unique charms, yeah. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna reset these just in case we get another one randomly. Okay. One of those. Say we need to press this button here, don't bite me. Don't bite me. The Fat Goose Inn. Okay, thanks, Elder. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm just wondering where's the interest in Counter-Strike coming from? Just a game that you guys like? I'm pretty sure our trajectory is, it seems to me it's gonna be Diablo, then PoE 2, and then it seems like we probably will end up checking out like whatever they decide to do with WoW. That's you know, around that time, like once whatever's next with WoW, you know, a month or so into PoE. I mean, I'm down to just be main streamer action RPG. Don't get me wrong, I am so down. I love ARPGs, and they've been igniting my passion for gaming the most out of any games recently. And streaming and content creation, which is just a good place to be. But yeah, I mean, maybe they'll do some kind of Classic Plus stuff that we'll check out at some point. But yeah, this is where I want to be, so very happy. Be jamming out on Diablo and then PoE. That'll also be really fun. We'll see what's up with WoW, always. See what's going on. But I am really enjoying this. Our ARPG main streamer. This season is the best one yet for Diablo, in my opinion. Definitely. Please tell me to get a written build guide done. No. I haven't even been at home, bro. I mean, can you not watch the video? Like, it's like, what? I know it's convenient, but like, in the time that it has taken for you to wait for me to make a build guide, you could have just watched the videos and seen everything that I do. Because what would happen is I would make a build, like written guide, and then the next day I would be trying something different. You're like, is that in the written guide? I'm like, no, sir. No, it is not. Well, can you update the written guide? So, you know, sometimes it's just nice to have like a video update entry and be like, so that's what the build's up to at this point. I know it's easy, but it's like, hopefully it's not too hard to look at the videos, right? I hope. But no, we have not. We have not even been at home, so it's been doing our thing. I like gaming and I like making videos and streaming. I don't necessarily like not being logged into the game doing stuff. But we will make a video build update at the end of today. That would be kind of fun, right? Kind of neato. Gonna get a house on YouTube, maybe, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I feel like nowadays you got to be even more careful about that, right? Because as technology improves, it seems like people could just like put, you know, images of what you're showing of the interior of your house online, and then they could just like know where you live. And it's like, I really do want to share the excitement with you guys, but at the same time, you don't want to like open yourself up to weirdos, you know? I know none of you guys are like that, but I mean, there are people like that out there, so it's like, you just kind of have to like sort of weigh the positives and negatives of the whole situation. I would definitely like to. I would love to show you guys like what's up, but like, yeah, that's just one of those considerations. And now that we have a kid, it's just like you got to be a little bit more careful with sharing that kind of information. I feel like, you know what I mean? Which is lame. I would love to be able to share like all the exciting things about my life with you guys. It's just you know, bringing a little baby into the world. It's like you got to be a little bit more cautious, I feel, which is a bummer. But is it worth it to transfigure 850 items? I mean, I don't do that, but maybe. But if, like, there's a couple of different ways to think about it, right? Like, sometimes you might only want to transfigure items that are really good in case they become like really good from the transfigure, rather than like being stuck with an item that's a good transfigure but not on a good base, you know? Yeah, that's all you got, I guess. Okay, Elder, alright. Sounds good. Sounds good. Build your little shack out back. Yeah. Little something. But yeah, of course, like my feeling is I want to share it all with you guys because you guys have helped create it, but at the same time you gotta be a little bit you know, mindful. But yeah, the house is bought, this house is sold, we're out of here on Thursday. So pretty cool. But the people who are buying this place, like they said it's like their dream house. So they love it, they're gonna take care of it. They feel what we feel and have felt being here, so we're leaving it in good hands. We're moving across the country, yeah. We're going from California back to Tennessee where I grew up, so that's where my family is like kind of, we're centralizing. My parents moved from California and we're moving from California to be kind of all in the same place where my sister's got her roots down, so she has, you know, my parents are retired and I can work anywhere, but so she's got her career is doing good, and we're gonna come to her. So yeah. Which prisms are used to transfigure target? None. You don't use any prisms with the transfigure for the gem strength. You just gotta YOLO. You open yourself up to the worst outcomes, but the best outcomes. As far as I know, you can't protect it. But really, like, what's crazy is that, like, you could get gem strength, and then it can still be modifiable. And the most insane people on the ladder have that. They have, like, they've gotten gem strength, and their weapon is still modifiable, and then they go back and they masterwork the gem strength roll, and then they get another, like, quality roll, and then all this other insanity. Like, the craft, like, the giga top end crafting in this game right now is wild. It is insanity what you can create. So yeah. May do more than 20 T crits. I mean, probably a lot of different little adjustments. Maybe you can take a look at the video and see what I'm doing that you haven't put in the build yet. We might save on cost of living. Yeah, we might. It's possible. We're not really moving for financial or political reasons or anything like that. It's just we just have a chance to have my whole family together, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, people, you know, it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah, have a look at the video and see if any of the aspects or like sort of gearing choices that I made are ways that you could try out, right? California is notorious to be the most expensive. I mean, it's an incredible state. It has one of the strongest economies in the world, and it has beautiful weather, and the schools are, like, the public schools where Archer has been going, like, are fantastic. They take good care of the roads. I mean, California is a fantastic state, and if you're willing to invest in the place that you live, you know, it can have wonderful outcomes. So the price of being here has been worth it, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, Tennessee should be great too. You can find your spot in Tennessee as well. I grew up there, so, and you know, whenever we visit, being all together is tremendous, and being back out there has felt good. So yeah. I mean, thankfully, we don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You guys have set me up with a good job that allows us to, you know, have savings and, you know, not be, you know, struggling to make ends meet where filling up your tank of gas, you have to decide whether you're gonna eat or travel that. You know, we're good. So gas costs a bunch everywhere. So it just is what it is. How it goes. It is crazy, but that is how it goes. That's the world we're in right now, and we all got to figure out our way through it. So, but no matter what happens with the world, I think it's better to have your team close by. That way, you guys can take on all the challenges that, all the triumphs and struggles of life. You can at least have a strong support team to help each other out. So, that's what I'm doing. Do I know why you only get gold from whispers? Like the caches? Did you select the only gold option? Can you move in? I don't know if we're taking borders yet. Not sure about that yet, but we'll keep you posted. Living in northern Minnesota with the rampant fraud in the state is so bad they keep raising local taxes. Yeah, that's freaky. But you know, I don't want to get into politics too heavy, but yeah, we have made a lot of pretty insane things kind of like possible in the country. Pretty freaky. Pretty freaky. Sorry to hear that that's happened where you're at, though. That's no good. That is no good. It's got a Ring of Starless Skies. Yeah, that's a good one for the build, for Whirlwind, yeah. It's a really good one. Yeah, we're gonna try to We're gonna try to over the years expand our property too. Put the mod shack back there. By the way, Elder, is there any reason why you don't have mod? Would you like mod? Is that gonna make you feel like you have responsibility that you're not interested in? How do you feel about that? Don't click the shield, okay? That's the thing. You don't have to do anything. Don't worry. Just don't click the shield. You don't. That doesn't actually have to come with any responsibility. If you don't want it, but it's appropriate. It's appropriate. There we go. Yeah, it's bittersweet leaving California. We loved it here. California's been really good for us, but like I said, it's quite simply the situation that we can get my whole family together. And that can happen in Tennessee, so we're doing it. Doing it.
I'll be here, swinging away.
Quite simply. Did we do everything over here? Yeah. It's just appropriate. It's just appropriate. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's just that then. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, they're like editors to the channel too. But you guys don't really have to do anything most of the time as a mod. You're just a great example of a welcoming, helpful, goes above and beyond member of our community. You're someone who I think embodies what I want to have around here. So there you are. Thanks, man. And a lot of you guys fit that category too. It's not like everybody who doesn't have mod is not an example or anything. It's just Elder, he's been exemplary, so thanks. But you guys all can keep doing that. Everybody continue to be friendly and welcoming and helpful and, you know, making this community a place where people like to hang out, you know? I love that, and I'm very grateful. This is a really cool place to be, so. Is that barb build that summons a billion ancient dudes fighting with a bugged build? I think there is a bug with summoning one of the ancient guys, but no, the build that summons a billion is just insane, yeah. It's just insane. I don't think it's actually bugged. It just allows you to like giga spam all of your abilities, which lets you kind of solve defenses with like one single aspect, and then you can put a very powerful offensive aspect on your legs. Like it's just good. I think it's just good. BBD here for the game sub, bro. Here for the Diablo gains. Those are happening. Those are happening. We're working on it at least. Actual like gym gains. I've been a little slim recently, but like we were talking about, we'll have to get back to that soon too. To take your ancient ult and go to the training area, boom, infinite ancients. Well, the other one I think does have like a bunch of cooldown reduction from like chucking a mighty throw and stuff, right? And all your shouts and everything else, and all your shouts all proc ancients too. Like it's kind of crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we have a low health version too. Yeah. Yep. All right, Lance, rest up, feel better, man. Let's see. Over here. Let's roll. They don't last in a few seconds. Someone's long presentation. That's the training area at work. Yeah, but I think that is bugged. That one I think is bugged, right? They're not supposed to stick around like that. But the actual normal ancient build I think is just powerful. So. Lochran's Talisman is not part of what I'm doing now. Banished Lord's Talisman is. But you don't really put that on until you start investing in overpower. But that is good. Okay, 25 minutes, but I summoned 132 permanent ancients. Like, did you build around that? Were they doing damn? Were they handling business? That's funny. Hey. What the heck? Were they pumping? I'm gonna see. Okay, well. Where do I turn in the harvest? We'll do the little dungeon after this. That's crazy though. That's a lot of dudes. That's a lot of bros. It's a big bro fest. Yeah, I have not gone into the summon style yet. I don't mind having like the wolves and whatever and like a one little summon guy, but I do tend to enjoy like the one versus many kind of style. You can't tell what they're doing because they might be doing something. Yeah, I know. The leaderboard is cool, but it's yeah. It's a little bit troll in some ways too. Because you get a little bit limited on how to do it, and I've never been able to do like the full like have access to the bugs that you need to get up there, so not yet. Kind of funny. I do kind of get a feeling that you could like teleport back and forth from a Helltide and like have worms spawn on you consistently. Because sometimes I come back to the Helltide just going to town and like the layout is like almost reset. And we do love the worms. I need them. That's where the juiciest XP comes from, for me. Okay. Back to town real quick, turn in the thingy. Yep. I haven't been doing a lot of it, but I definitely need to also take the time to do some skull farming. XP and skulls are pretty consistent power gains. You get capped on them, but until you do, pretty good. 300 Paragon, you know, is possible before PoE 2. I feel like without changing my build, I'm probably not gonna get, we're probably not gonna see 150 pit or tower. Maybe pit, but probably not tower. Let's see. Should we do the YOLO strat? Okay, indestructible. We're looking for like +4 to ultimate skills. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's funny. We're looking to see if we can get transfigure with modifiable. None of those did it. Okay. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. This is kind of a YOLO strat. I don't really think it's what I'm going to be doing for the long term, but we could try a few of them that way. Like the legendary items, the ones that are already legendary, just do it. Bruh? Settle down.
What is a fortress, isn't it?
Settle down. I think part of it is I just don't know if I want to spend a lot of time crafting stuff right now. So you just kind of YOLO and then go from there. Instead of saving every single possible crafting base. I'm pretty sure it's EST, Elder. I'll double check though. So when we were there, we were 3 hours. There's a 3 hour difference, so that might be CST. Actually, not sure. The text is changing colors because I'm using a loot filter.
An excellent. It's worth something.
And the loot filter gets excited about items that have greater affixes, and then even more excited about items that have greater affixes that I've said that I want to know about in particular.
Mainlander. What bring back
Wink.
then?
I heard him in CSE. Cool, nice. So here, let me Yeah, it was a 3 hour difference. Let me just export this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the updated filter in my Diablo Discord. There you go. And then you can just import that bad boy if you want, or and then you can kind of see what I've done and edit it to your liking, if you want to. Oh, we're doing good, man. We're all pretty excited. Being with my family, you know, visiting has just like really solidified how much of the right choice us all moving together is. So pretty cool. Blast and Echo. Good. Good. Let me do this dungeon real quick and I'll join you. I'm pretty sure we are EST there. That'll work, that'll work. That just means that my stream schedule will be shifted earlier in the day. By probably around 3 hours. So we'll see how that goes for us. It should be fine. Should be aight. Hopefully it works okay for you guys too. Zoom around. 12 minutes on this little whisper. Alright. Did farm a lot of whisper caches so far today. Past couple days. This goes on to the 20th, this event, so trying to make good use of it now. They'll probably do other cool stuff though. This is definitely good for the games though. We're back to 16.6k Forgotten Souls after having we had a bunch, then we used them all. Then we farmed a bunch more, and then we used all those, and then we're already back to 16k, which is good. Burned through them pretty good, crafted, man. Yeah, you probably gotta take off Ramalani's for now. That's not gonna work. You have perma 0 fury, yeah, that's no bueno. Not good. Slay all enemies, huh? They better come find me. I'm not gonna be chasing all these guys down. Have a look, see what's going on out here. Can I help you with your event currently? It's a slay all enemies thing, but they're all spread out. That's what it feels the challenging shot? Yeah, just take off Ramalotnis. It's not, you're not there yet, it sounds like. But get Ring of Starless Skies on, that will help you. You can temper that thing for resource generation if you need that right now. That might be good. That can help you. Yo, BKB. Yo, good to see you, man. Thanks for the 36 months, man. 3 full years. Pump us up once again with the Prime. Thank you, man. I agree. We need the pets to pick up all these cube mats too, because of course we want them. We don't need to determine whether or not we want cube mats. We want all the cube mats. So yeah, I think I have a few Mephisto keys. I at least ran a bunch of my mythic Undercity keys yesterday. I at least did that. Yeah, I have 11 of those. 11 Mephisters. He just never drops anything, man. I don't like that dude. Too many cutscenes and not enough loot. Even though it is a really cool fight. That is for sure. Get out of here. I kind of wonder if my resolve set will even be enough to tank him. I mean, we have plenty of damage with Endurant Faith on anyway, but yeah, I'm kind of curious. I wonder. Okay, so what else can we do to Helltide? Harbingers? Okay. Bring him on then, dude. Bring me them Harbies. I've had one Mythic Seal and it was a bad one. I played a lot of Diablo. We're at 239 hours played. I feel like Mythic Charms were only recently even added to the game. But yeah, I haven't seen any of those either. One Mythic Seal though. And it's a bad one. Unfortunately. And what's crazy is you need the good Mythic Seal to use a Mythic Charm, pretty much. I mean, Mythic Charms are definitely good, but I mean, I wouldn't want to lose my set bonus or my unique charm for that. You kind of need the other thing too. Hey, Stringy Pete, thanks for the Prime as well, man. 14 months and pumping us up, man. Thank you, dude. Welcome back, man. Pumping us up, dude. Getting this day started off strong, thanks to you guys. 10 already. Beautiful. Any good drops? Not today. Today we're just farming. 7 seals? What the? What the heck? He's got the seed. The seal seed. That's madness. You know, like, what? Elder, you already dropped the Giga one. You already have it with crit on it. You do have that luck. You already done got it. The heck? Man, talking about I need that, like. What's up, RZX? Just doing 3-1s at this point? That is disgusting. But, hey man, sometimes you get to that point. Yeah, this is the best that Diablo's ever been. It is awesome. And I've enjoyed Diablo in the past, but yeah, no, it is its best it's ever been right now. Definitely. I better find some more chests to open up or something, man. I got a lot of juice. kinda wanna kill the Helltide Harbingers too, but we could just go do a different dungeon now. I have no set bonus from it though. Oh right, yeah. I mean honestly just like crit and just having what it gives you at baseline is still good enough. But it could be better. It's true. That's how Diablo is though right now, man. It's like there's a lot of good stuff, but I mean it could be better. The chase continues, you know? The chase continues. Where the Harbies at? So I'm not sure what is the drop right now, and all you gotta do is watch the stream for like a certain period of time. Constant blade storm, yup. This is a whirlwinder. Blade storming all over the place. Dude, where even is it? Yeah. Taking fools out. Take the gem frags. Yeah, usually it's just watching the stream. Paragon 290. Oh yeah. A little more strength. Just little by little gains now, man. Just little by little. I keep working to get that crit to 100%. Give me Diablo Immortal vibes, yeah. It's not too hard to get the Fury going, but it does take a second. I actually like Diablo Immortal a lot too, but yeah, it's just a little too heavy on the microtransaction for me. Another Helltide over here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Way over here. Let's do it. Won't every class be able to do 150 without doing a bug build? I mean, maybe you could eventually, though. I don't know. Yeah, we played free-to-play Lost Ark, yeah. I think eventually we bought like when they brought out like the Lancer or whatever, we did buy like the Lancer pack. But no, I think playing free-to-play feels way better. In Immortal, we had people who juiced, like they said, all right, I'm gonna donate to you to go buy like, you know, power. And I was like, okay, well, if you say so. But it feels better to do free to play. There's no legit boss killer. So what I've heard is that there's a Whirlwind Barbarian guy who's using the ring where you increase your damage against enemies permanently depending on how long they've been frozen. And you use a set that does have a long freeze duration to permanently increase the damage that you do by like 100% or more or whatever. And that's like, okay, that's pretty cool. It may help, it may address a little bit of the boss killing weakness, but I don't know if it necessarily makes it like a good boss killer, you know? Kinda cool though. Oh yeah, I mean Diablo 4 is definitely better than Diablo Immortal in a lot of different ways, but I still enjoyed playing Immortal when we did, so. Yeah, that's what I've got currently too on my actual build. Is we have the resolve and getting resolve from ceasing enemies. What's crazy about the Barbarian summoning build is you have such insane cooldown reduction. You can play the resolve, like the resolve amp, like where you get damage reduction and armor from resolve. But you don't even have to play the resolve generator because you just get 2 resolve every time you press Iron Skin. Then you press Iron Skin like every second anyway. So you have like, maybe it takes like a slightly longer time to ramp your resolve, but you have like infinite resolve once you ramp it. Like it never will drop off of your max stacks. It's one of the reasons why that build is so insane, I think. My resolve generator is CCing enemies. It's called like dominating or dominant aspect. Oh, like killing enemies faster. Well, this right here, yeah, like this version of what I'm doing is about like doing enough damage to kill enemies, but also moving around fast. But the resolve generator for the Ancients build is just Iron Skin. You just press Iron Skin every second, and it gives you 2 resolve every time you press it. So you can use the Ancients legs, which does damage. So you have like the resolve amp on your chest piece, and then everything else is just damage. You don't actually have to use an aspect to generate, right? Gonna play Forza 6? Probably not. I don't think so. Probably not. Little speed farm variant. Yeah, just trying to get some farming done right now. We don't particularly need a lot of power for this one. Don't really need a big dam. P290 Paragon's sick though. I mean, if I just kind of buckle down and farm over the next couple days, I think we'll get 300 this week. And then we can work on, oops, I walked out. And then we can work on, like gems and stuff too, before we get back to like trying to craft for transfiguration farming if we want to do that. Get a little bit more powerful before PoE. I don't think, if you're not swinging the flail, I don't think the attack speed matters. I think the actual attack speed and weapon damage only matter on what you're actually swinging, so not necessarily. Just whatever gives you the right stats for your stat stick. Like strength, fizz damage. And then crit damage multi and resource gain on hit, I'd say. Lucky hit. But then what I've been saying about on your mace is you actually don't need the resource generation because you can do weapon damage, crit damage, and fizz damage. And then strength. I haven't been using D-Trade this time. I did use the trading system before. I don't know, it's kind of a pain. But if I wanted to access like some of the most insane like bases and stuff, some of the most insane gear, yeah, we could use the trading system. But I'm kind of enjoying doing like, you know, stream found right now. Stream found's chill, just kind of trading people in the stream. That works for me right now. Less fuss. You know? No, you do need weapon damage on the mace. You don't. No, you do. If you're swinging the mace, you do need it. But what I mean is, it's because you don't need the resource generator one. Because weapon damage, the reason why you can't roll, like, well, sorry, the reason why you roll the damage, sorry, the lucky hit on this one is because you don't have weapon damage on it. You're already maxed out on the offensive aspects, right? You already have crit damage multi and you already have physical damage multi. This one, you don't need to do lucky hit because you can add another damage multiplier from the offensive aspect on it. I've been rolling it with lucky hit because it's easier, but you actually don't need to do that. Sorry, I feel like I'm doing a really poor job explaining it. But yeah, you're just capped on offensive aspects that aren't weapon damage already on this one, so you give it lucky hit. Chance to restore, but on this one, you're actually not capped on offensive aspects yet. So, haven't seen my wow. Yeah, we've been jamming on this, man. Having way too much fun in Diablo. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Doesn't make sense? Okay, good. Started playing WoW in US. Yeah, how does that feel? Has it been pretty active and fun? Oh, nice. Been pretty bumping over there on NA. Hope so. Yeah, WoW. I love WoW, but I mean, I am very much in the mood for action RPG games right now. Way into this one at the moment. We can get these guys all turned up. Bring it on, dudes. I need more worms to come gank me. Gonna be a bit of a grind. I probably should go do the Forgotten Wisdom stuff every once in a while, though. Lancis was providing those for me, which I appreciate. Need to craft like some normal Nightmare dungeons to do it real quick. Just to give us a little bit of a boostification on the XP grind. Might finish up this Whisper and go do that real quick. It's already almost... Well, yeah, maybe it's... Yeah. We probably need to make a little video about my build, actually. That way we can share the 141 tower run with you guys and show the build off while we're at it. XP games are juicy out here, though. Here, a board game? Blockus. Got a triple transfig in the third brick hit? Oh no. Rip. Ever heard of Blockus? Yeah, that's my favorite one. Dude, I've like played Blockus like online. You can just play Blockus online like it's chess. I wonder what, I mean, I imagine chess did it first, but yeah, you can go to Blockus's like website and just play people online playing Blockus. Sick. I was pretty dominant in in-person Blockus, but the online Blockus, those guys are gamers too. That's my favorite one though. Maybe someday we'll play Blockus on stream, dude. Be hype. Alright, let's get one more Whisper done, and then I can talk about my character for a little bit. I think we'll have time if I go ahead and get to it now. I think. Oh, nice. Give me the loot. Gave me 2 roots. Nice. Dude, I hate that effect so much. Might just be me, but I think Blockus is hard to get into, but when you do, there is not that much improvement. I don't know, maybe. Maybe not quite like chess, who knows? Who knows? It is fun though. I don't know, I feel like you can always get better at stuff. But you might have to actually like put effort into learning. Maybe. Yeah, target farming can be rough, but sometimes it's gotta be done. But them worms. It can be tough, but yeah. Once I stack up on a bunch of layer keys, we'll probably have to go farm Ramalanis again too. Probably so. Okay. Almost done this run of the tide. Oh, worms. Lovely. Yes, please. Bring him on. Big XP gains. Need that. 43 of those keys, hopefully it's enough. I hope so too. You and me both know it might not be though. But I hope so. Let me know it drops. go. Lop it down. Good stuff. Good stuff. +5 main stat gaming? Yeah. Yep. Except because of the challenger glyph, it's +12 main stat, so massive. Oh, shoot. Forgot that I was getting ganked. I don't know if I can get the butchers to come back and kill me now. Not a huge deal, but yeah. Whatever. I forgot. Exo, good to see you, man. Big flex for the 8 months, dude. Did 50 T12 butchers never found an actually good sword? It's tough, bro. Tough.
It is done.
That's real though, dude. That's real. That is real. Okay, pretty solid farming run, I think. Pretty solid. Came away with a bit of gains, I think. Materials for sure, and we leveled up, so there's that too. Alright.
Welcome to the Isles.
I mean, they didn't even get any thingies.
Goodbye. It has been a pleasure.
I mean, that one's not really that far off of being something I could actually work with, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Just YOLO. A lot of strength, but yeah, whatever. I probably actually could have kept that one just because it was the right, greater affix, but meh. If you're not in the mood to craft, just YOLO the transfigure and see if you hit it, and if you do, great. If not, no worries. Wasn't in the mood to craft anyway. How we looking? At the end of it all, decent gains, I think. I probably should put on my my actual gear to not confuse people. We'll talk about what we're up to here in a second. Okay. That'll be good. Sword drop, no G, better than excellent. There we go. Didn't take long. Keep farming, I guess. Guess we keep going.
Oh, it is a Vetris, isn't it? Back to it then.
Inventory's completely full. No! I just survived without Endurant Faith Global Charm. I'll show you. I'll show you. I will show you. Because we've made some changes. How do you survive without Endurant Faith, Glove, or Charm? Good question, bro. Good question. We'll jump right into it. How that is Resolve, which is a powerful defensive mechanic. Scroll down to show you. Resolve increases your armor by 25%. While active, taking direct damage consumes a stack. You can hold up to 8 stacks. So, that's the baseline, right? What we're going to do is we're going to increase the amount of stacks that we can get, and we are going to increase what those stacks do. So, we can go through the gear. Alright, so I've made quite a few changes, but this has allowed me to clear pit 141, and I think eventually pit 142. Basically, we are changing our defense back onto the chest and legs, which is going to free up my glove slot to go back to offense, which is ultimately going to add a bunch of damage. So, starting right from the top, our Arrow of Perdition, it is masterworked for crit chance, and that is, I believe that's actually a greater affix for crit chance. It transfigured it on there for me. And I'm using maximum resolve stacks temper. So we're going to be maximum resolve stacks tempering a lot of stuff. We're not going to be masterworking it in every case. I need to masterwork the crit here to be 100% crit. So normal resolve stacks here. If you wanted to go even crazier, what you would do is you would masterwork resolve stacks. If like you're dying and you need tankiness. But I need to get enough crit as well. So that's what I'm doing there. So same thing for the chest piece. I'm still masterworking for a GA'd maximum resource, but I am tempering for maximum resolve stacks. This thing transfigured crit chance on it, which is insane. I really need that. So a lot of this is to allow me to get Gores back on. So this is a Gores that is a lot of really good stuff and something kind of troll, right? So the strength is awesome. Life on hit is a little bit troll. Big vuln damage modifier is great, and +4 to whirlwind is great. And then we did go ahead and transfigure, and it gave us item quality, which isn't the worst thing ever. But, you know, it also didn't brick it, so that's cool too. Damage for overpower stack is what I have tempered on this one. And it's got the max whirlwind roll. So this is allowing me to actually do more damage, which is what I need to push it higher in the tower. So this is like one of the essentials, right? Let's also mention the legendary power. So crowd controlling an enemy grants resolve. So my taunts, my war cry slows, my attempts to freeze or lucky hit daze enemies that are on these charms right there, that counts as CC as well. So that's giving me resolve stacks. But you pretty much run around with max resolve stacks until you fight a boss. Then things get a little bit weird. You're only going to be gaining resolve from Iron Skin at that point. But it lets you be pretty tanky. So on the pants, I did temper and masterwork for maximum resolve stacks. I like strength, fury regeneration. On the chest piece, strength, max resource, fury regeneration. It's all excellent. On gloves, you really want vuln damage multiplier if you can, and then other offensive stats are great. Also should mention that we have strength socketed into the helmet. We have, for this one, I have currently wolves still with Igni. And then on the pants, I don't have enough crit without this, so I still have to do the crit with Bach. But these also masterworked or transfigured crit on them, which is pretty cool. But you can craft these very consistently to have strength, fury, generation, armor. Is what you want. It did eat my resistance, turn it into crit though. So a resist would be good there too. Hey Hawkeye, thanks for 37 months, man. And Big Flex for you pumping us up. It had resist on there and it ate the resist to turn it into crit, which is again fine. It's all good. It could just give you crit without eating any stat, which is great, but it ate a stat to give crit here. And then on the boots, I'm using the boots to give me the anger management. Same thing happened here, kind of. It ate the transfigure ate a resist to give me attack speed, but that's fine. Crit and attack speed are awesome. I did just have a greater affixed strength on these. You could probably also have greater affixed fury regeneration or war cry. I just went ahead with strength, but these items are very consistent to craft. As long as you start off with a greater affixed max resource, you can craft this just fine. These are super easy to craft as well. And these are super easy to craft. The weapons are easy to craft, but getting them to transfigure is a different story, right? All of these it's a different story to get them to transfigure. And then I just tempered movement speed on there. With weapons, so one thing to mention with these weapons is that I'm starting with a greater affixed weapon damage, and then I want strength, then I want crit strike damage multi, but you don't need to have lucky hit, chance to restore. It's a little bit harder to craft, but ideally my weapon would have weapon damage, strength, crit strike damage multiplier, and fizz damage multiplier. Again, it's just a little bit harder to craft, but it's not impossible. Tempering for crit chance, ideally transfiguring for gem strength. Massive percent physical damage is also really, really good, we've found. That's another really, really good one. But yeah, they have limitless rage on there. And putting a bunch of physical damage multiplier gems in there. Ramaladni's pretty much always drops with weapon damage. It just is what it is. But strength, all damage multi, crit damage multi is great. It transfigured attack speed, which is okay. Ideally, instead of damage or power stack, I would probably want to temper for crit. That'd be better. But masterworking for crit damage multi is good. And then we have this weapon, which is looking nice. crit damage multiplier is the masterwork. We do have to have lucky hit restore on the one-hander and the other weapon, because you can't not have weapon damage and then roll another damage modifier. So crit strike damage and fizz damage multi are great with strength, then you lucky hit restore. This one transfigured strength, which is nice. On a one-hander, it's not as important that you get the gem modifier. Strength is really, really good. The reason why the gem modifier is so crazy on a two-hander is because you get double the power of the roll, and then you can put 2 gems in the weapon. So on a one-hander, it's like percent physical damage would be fine. Just flat strength is fine. That's also good. And then you can get things like crit and attack speed and whatnot. That's also really good. Tempering for crit strike chance is good. Masterworking for crit strike damage is good. I have channeling on this one. For the two-handed slashing, this weapon's all jacked up. I would love to see a greater affixed crit damage multiplier, all physical damage multiplier, and strength is all good. This one also got the gem strength in it, which is great. I would have also liked the temper for crit. Just that helps me solve crit more easily and gives you a lot more mobility in the rest of your stats and like runes and stuff. But I mean, if you solve crit, damage for overpower stack is nuts. So, I mean, whatever. Gem strength in this item is great. Same thing though, percent fizz damage is also really good. Because it's not the same thing as percent fizz multiplier. It's, let me show you. We were testing and these rolls are actually very similar to each other. Now I have to figure out where I even put the mace that I'm trying to show you. This physical damage, percent physical damage is actually nuts. It's very close to gem strength, even in the two-hander. Probably better in a one-hander. But that is something to consider. But anyway, that's what we have here with Tidal, which is increasing our overpower stacks. And then we're benefiting from the overpower stacks with this ring right here. Deluge. So on the rings, I think the stats that this one has are ideal. Attack speed, crit strike chance, masterwork, GA, critical strike damage multiplier, and vulnerable damage multiplier. Now if I had enough crit on my weapons, then what we could then do is masterwork a GA'd vulnerable damage multiplier, which would be sweet because you get vulnerable from gloves and rings. Like, that's it. Maybe you can get it on neck, but we're using this neck, so you can't. So you need to get vulnerable damage multiplier from these slots right here. So if I had enough crit from my weapon tempers, then I'd be able to put more vuln here, which is big damage. So anyway, this one has all damage multiplier. It's a little bit tricky to craft these rings with 3 well-rolled attack modifiers, but you can do it. You can do it. But we have lucky hit, restore on the rings as a temper because they give so much. It's 18, so it's kind of wild. Really, really good. But yeah, these 2 rings got the same stats. One of them I would put overpower with deluge, and one of them I would put crushing just for more damage. What this allows you to do is you don't wear Starless Skies. If you can get enough crit without Starless Skies, you can wear these 2, which means I don't have to wear Wrath of the Berserker anymore because I'm not reducing how much rage I'm spending, so my Banished Lord's Talisman is going to proc more frequently and ramp my overpower more quickly. So that's the value of here, and it just is more damage than Starless Skies. I mean, you just can get more vuln and everything else, so. Still gotta wear Seligs, though. And Seligs is actually getting a tempered, masterworked maximum resolve stacks. And then I'm getting Earthstriker as the extra power on there. And you get that by using Transfigure with Coolian tuning prisms on your neck in the cube. Now let's continue rolling that until we got a decent overpower. It took me like 150 to even get a 28.5, so I was like, okay, whatever, dude. That can roll 30. But yeah, ideally, you get one with all stats. GA, resource generation GA is great. I mean, all of those are good, except for movement speed's not the best, but the main thing is you're using maximum resolve stacks here to pad your defenses. That's what I'm doing for all my gear. For the talisman, I'm using Banished Lord's Talisman with martial skills or max rage, either one. That's what I want on all these. Martial skills, maximum resource, martial skills, maximum resource, and this one has martial skills. It's not GA'd yet, but there's that. Yeah, my guy's getting pretty powerful. My crit, I'm 15% crit off max in town, which means I have to use the charm, or I have to use the rune combo for crit, and then I have to use axe spec for crit against vulnerable. There's that. In terms of the actual abilities themselves, not a whole lot of changes here. Maxing out Whirlwind with Dust Devils, increased cost, increased damage, and more damage per, you know, time it hits enemies. So you just hold that sucker down and it ramps itself. Rallying Cry with resource generation boost, fortify, and, you know, gives you fury as you move. Iron Skin, we're using this one for shrapnel to give us a bleed so that we can benefit from increased damage to bleeding in our tree. I'm just going ahead and using it to make enemies weaker, just for damage reduction. Movement speed is great too. It helps ramp your Bach and crit, but I mean, I think it's fine for enemies to be weakened, so that works. That's good. And then we do use it to generate resolve. Another neat thing that we do is, since it does grant you max life, I'm using Imbiber, and I press Iron Skin, which increases my max life but leaves a gap in my life. Then you can use a potion to fill that life, and then you have -1 potion, which gives you 5% more damage. So I'll talk about that when we're talking about Paragon, but that's another reason why we're using Iron Skin at all. The bleed and the Imbiber ramp. So for Challenging Shout, it does give you damage reduction, extra damage reduction from the talent. It gives you a longer duration on it, and then it taunts enemies, which makes them take more damage from you, which is cool. So Warcry, we are using Warcry just the flat 10% increased effect, and Berserking, which you don't really need, but the effect is good. Warcry Slow is one of those things that you can use to ramp your resolve stacks if you need it. It also makes enemies vulnerable, which is useful to pad your vulnerability. And then I'm no longer requiring Wrath of the Berserker to ramp my overpower in the beginning, so I can just use these little fellas, which just gives you 15% attack speed, 20% damage for a short while after using it. And you can use it every 6 seconds because you're using Highlander, just the one ancient. And then you're also doing this to give you more damage just whenever they're out, which is cool. The Paragon itself, quickly, is I have Challenger off the front. I have Warbringer with Wrath socketed into it. I have Force of Nature with Dominate socketed into it, getting all the willpower in the radius that you can. And then I'm using Imbiber in Carnage. Imbiber is powerful stuff. It's a good like additive modifier, but also just gives you straight up 18% multiplier damage. And then you can ramp it all the way to 38% if you drain all your potions using Iron Skin. Kind of crazy. Then I use Blood Rage, and I have Twister socketed into that with all the strength and the radius. If there's anything else we got to mention, I think we use Suba most of the time. That's how this ends up working. So the defenses from Resolve allow you to stay alive, and one of the big additions that we've made is Imbiber to give you a huge damage multiplier that helps me blast through 141 in the tower. So are you supposed to use Health Pot immediately after your Iron Skin? Yes. Yeah. You have a small window where you can use a Health Pot, and the more that you drain your Health Pots, the more damage you get from Imbiber. If you notice, it does 5% increased damage for every missing potion, and that's a multiplier. So you can ramp that to 20% more damage, which is crazy. Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. So that's the way I have my defenses and my offenses set up right now. I think the biggest changes are adding Resolve and adding Imbiber, and then just kind of trying to take off Ring of Starless Skies to get more vulnerable damage, and just another cool aspect that works. But Ring of Starless Skies is still really good. It's just if I can take it off, then I can switch my damage around using Call of the Ancients and more vuln damage on the rings. So that's the setup. I could probably drop the tower run that we did in this video so you can see the 141 and see this build in action. But it's pretty cool. I think we can continue to push this. I know that the Ancients build is like the most insane Barbarian build right now, but I'm still having fun with Whirlwind, and I kind of am enjoying min-maxing this. So that's the plan for right now. Gonna get this video posted for you guys today, and we'll see you guys later tonight on the stream to continue farming up and seeing if we can make this thing stronger. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace. The buff lasts as long as you have, you know, like anytime you're missing potions, it stays, right? So that's how it works. I gotta go run and pick up my boy from school, but thanks for hanging out for the starter session of the stream today. I will be continuing to farm, and we'll do our long session of the stream tonight. So that'll be in about 4 hours. So make sure that you guys follow the stream. Keep an eye out for the build updates on YouTube as well, and we'll pop this up on YouTube later today, and we'll see you guys on stream. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.